Hello, friends and strangers on the internet. Welcome back to my channel. Hello and welcome back. Today we're back with another Patreon request, and this one is going to be interesting. I don't know what the right word is. We are checking out the artist Conor Oberst. He is the singer and songwriter, also, I believe, for the band Bright Eyes. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. I just remember reading that in a comment, and that's how I remember it. So if I'm wrong, please correct me again. I would appreciate that. And we are checking out his song Desert Island Questionnaire, and it is an audio only. It does not look like there is a music video to go along with this. Yes, and I'm quite intrigued by this one. I do have to give a small confession. I have attempted to record this reaction before, and things went wrong, and I made it about halfway through the song, and this isn't a like 100% blind reaction. I have attempted this recording, and things just absolutely went kaput. Just and it was a big mess. But so I have listened to about half the song. I haven't looked up the lyrics. I definitely need to read the lyrics. Like a lot of this was just like whoosh. So this is my second attempt at recording this reaction. I do apologize for that. And if I didn't tell you, it was going to bug me. So here we are. Yes, before we jump into this reaction, I do want to give a big thank you to all my viewers and supporters. Thank you for viewing and supporting. Those of you who do, in fact, those of you who are viewing only are still supporting in your own way, and I appreciate you for that. I also appreciate you just spending this time with me. I appreciate that we can listen to music together and analyze it and talk about it and yap about it and discuss it in the comments. And I can learn about new artists and I can share artists with y'all. And I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much for being part of that experience. Yes, let's jump into it. Let's go. Okie dokie artichoke. Once again, we are I'm trying to say listening to and checking out at the same time. We are listening to and checking out Conor Oberst and his song Desert Island Questionnaire from the album Upside Down Mountain, I'm assuming. This album art really has me quite intrigued. I've been staring at it a while. I love the paintings of the bulls down here at the bottom. And I'm not sure what's going on here, but what it does remind me of is cave paintings. And it's interesting that he called it Upside Down Mountain because I've been learning about cave paintings lately. I've gotten like this weird fascination with prehistory lately. Random side tangent. Skip ahead if you don't hear me yet. But I've been learning a lot about prehistory lately, and there is one mountain in particular, or not mountain, but there's one cave system in particular. I think it's in France. Don't quote me. Where the bulls are like actually drawn upside down. Like people had to actually like do that kind of a thing to draw, and that had to be a lot of effort. It's amazing the effort people put into their artwork and always have all throughout history and even prehistory. And I think that's beautiful. Okay, enough of the yapping. Again, I will put a timestamp, not a timestamp, but I will break this up into chapters so y'all can skip ahead if you feel so inclined. Anyway, once again, we're checking out Desert Island Questionnaire by Conor Oberst, and let's go. Oh, if you want to check it out without me or you want to listen to it again in the future, the link is in the description. All right, let's go.
Say that you were stranded on a desert island. What books you gonna bring? What friends would tag along? Say you had a month, you knew you were
I've had time to reflect on that question since the last time I attempted this recording and never came up with an answer. Oh well. What's your answer? Put it in the comments. I'll share mine in the pinned one. Let's keep listening.
Say you had a month, you knew you were dying. How'd you spend your time? What goodbyes would take too long? You don't like this game and you take exception. Who wants all this trouble, even hypothetical? With the charging sky above and the ground below that could swallow everyone. Staring at your phone at another party. Spent a lot on clothes, not a lot of skin to show. People in the pool like a drowning army. Smoke along the moats and the hotel lobby glow. Wish that you could dance, but you got no partner. Keep tapping on your glass, cause you wanna make a toast to the ennui of our times, to the selfishness in
Sounds like he's just basically saying about my 20s in a metaphorical sense, with a few like actual like lines mixed in from my actual memory, like fascinating. Upon the second listen, this is roughly where I noticed I wasn't, you know, recording properly my first attempt. So this is as far as I made it before. And after a second listen, like I understand the lyrics way better now. And like, wow, it's like little metaphorical snippets of the same feeling, isn't it? And it's fascinating. It's very fascinating. I want to keep listening though, because this is about where things got messed up for me. So this is the part where it's like actual blind reaction now. All right, so let's keep listening. But yeah, this is very thought provoking so far, for sure. Let's go.
That's why I'm trying to loosen up. Every lunatic must be well intentioned, sets himself apart, he's an instrument of God.
Huh, that's beautiful.
Took her from the playground to the farmhouse cellar, kissed her while he killed her like a good Samaritan. They finally found her body many autumns after. Interviewed her mother, said she'd now be 21. And although we lost her young, I know the good Lord has a plan for all of us.
Sorry.
Woman's at the door, they look clean and handsome. Always have a good sales pitch. Your little sister swears she can beat my aura, but I can't take her serious. Need something to blame for this human nature. Is not what this condition is. I'm so bored with my life, but I'm still afraid to die. Everyone's asleep in this burning building, and I can't wake them up in time. You go on ahead, I'll be right behind you. We're headed to the finish line. I can't get closer till this is over.
Yeah, that part was
Pretend that you were stranded on a
that last little bit was pretty interesting. I do want to read the lyrics to be sure, but that something about that last bit of the song really spoke to me deep inside. But again, I don't want to make any assumptions. I will need to read some lyrics because it was kind of like in and out for me. Anyway, let's keep listening. Good. Wow. Yeah, let's go ahead and let him finish the song without interruption. Let's go.
Pretend that you were stranded on a desert island. What would be the message that you'd spell out for the plane?
Huh.
Say the engine failed when that plane was flying. If you were the pilot, would you curse or would you pray?
Huh.
No one's gonna cry at this John Doe funeral. Not a lot to say, didn't even have a name. Light a candle just in case he was someone's friend. Throw some flowers on the grave.
That's a real thinker. Holy moly. This one was deep. This one was really deep. Let me flip the camera around and give some quick thoughts. Hold on. There we go. Um, so quick thoughts, from what I could understand, it really feels like we're exploring the concept of death, just death and grief and a life worth living. That's what it feels like upon my first pondering of it. And I think the concept of like the desert island questionnaire is to make you like stop and think about life. And it feels like in many parts of the song, he gave you like just random examples of things that might cause you to stop and think about life, like the death of somebody or somebody going missing and then being found, and what their mother thinks of that. And like, little events that happen to people that aren't you that make you sit and examine yourself in your own life. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. But I do want to read over some lyrics, just to be sure in case I missed anything. Those actual questions in the song had me thinking. And I think I have an answer to the first question. What book would you bring? I wouldn't bring any books. I don't think so. Because I think that's just a trap. I think that's just a trap. I think if I were to bring entertainment with me, I would eventually get bored with that entertainment. And then I'd just be like chasing the metaphorical purple dragon of finding new entertainment. It's like, why not just do that already without bringing entertainment? Anyway, that's my answer to that initial question. What are your answers? I'm curious. What books would you bring to a desert island? And what friends would you bring? I'm just curious. Anyway, I will go read some lyrics and I will be back with some final thoughts. Yes, be right back. Poof, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. There's one line in the song that really sticks out to me, and it makes me wonder if this was the reason the song was written in the first place. He says, for this human nature is not what this condition is, possibly alluding to the fact that he doesn't feel human. He doesn't feel like what he's feeling right now is normal for humans to feel. Just projecting, maybe, but that's my assumption. He says, I'm so bored with my life, but I'm still afraid to die. That line right there is like, I think that is the reason he wrote this song specifically. Because it's like, usually the fear of death is like the motivation for people and animals and pretty much anything alive. That's like your motivation is afraid to die. But like, he's so bored with life, but he still has that fear of death. It's like, it's not motivating him, it's not pushing him to do anything. Now, I could just be projecting my own, like, you know, ability to relate to those feelings to this. So maybe that's why I'm interpreting it this way. Specifically, the next two lines really stuck to me too. Everyone's asleep in this burning building. I can't wake them up in time. Like it's like he's not really in a burning building. It's metaphorical, right? Like he's like it's almost like how do I explain this? You ever been like so sad that you're just like, why is everybody happy? Why can't y'all also see the sadness in the world? Why can't you also see like the destruction, the sadness, the badness, the reason why I'm sad? Why can't you also be sad with me? It's like a misery loves company kind of thing. It makes me wonder if that's what he's alluding to there. I don't know. I could be wrong. Um, but a lot of the song seems to be just kind of like alluding to the concept of death and people dying and reflecting on your life in general. And the conclusion he's drawn is I'm bored, but I'm still afraid to die. Meanwhile, other people have problems, and I'm just over here bored, but still afraid to die. I don't have a reason to live, but I don't want to die either. And that's a really sad feeling. That's something I have related to before, and it is not it's very unpleasant. I'll just say that. That's the nicest way I can say that. It's very unpleasant. It's a very unpleasant way to live, especially if you can't shake that feeling off. And I wonder if that's what this song is truly about. Just the other people are living lives or dying from their lives, and it's very dramatic and very chaotic, and things are happening. Things are happening. And meanwhile, I'm over here bored, observing the selfishness in the world and wondering, like, what's going on, y'all? And why am I so bored? And yeah, like, I can relate to these feelings. And I think it's wonderful. It's truly introspective, but it's like also like, it's not just introspective, it's like reflecting on other people's lives as a way to introspection. I think that's wonderful. Yeah, so many things going on, so many layers going on. It's really wonderful. It's wonderful. It's a beautiful, beautiful expression of a human condition, a condition of being human. Yeah, there we go. It's a beautiful expression of a condition of being human, and I think it's wonderful. Did you think it was wonderful? I truly thought so. There was one more desert island questionnaire question that I thought would be fun to answer. Pretend that you were stranded on a desert island. What would be the message you'd spell out for the plane? I don't know if I would. I don't know. To be real, I don't have as many survival instincts as I'd like to think I do. I probably would just try to survive until I couldn't anymore. That's probably what I would do if I were stranded on a desert island. If I'm being really, really for real, I think I would just try to make do until I couldn't anymore. I think so. Let's just being realistic. How about y'all? What would you do with the both of the desert island questions? What books would you bring and friends would you bring? I don't know what friends I don't have friends, so y'all want to come to a desert island with me? You can be my friend. Um, and uh, what would you spell out for the plane? Just those three questions, if you want to play along. Anyway, thank you everybody who's made it this far in the video. I've really yapped a lot. This has been a really fun reaction, despite the quite dark nature of the song, but it's been very, very nice. So thank you for being here and spending this time with me. I appreciate you so very much for sharing this experience with me, and I will see you all in the next video. If you want to check out more, link is in the description. Bye for now.